Today we are looking at one of Andrew Tate's most prodigious chess games he has ever played. The game is jam-packed full of sacrifices, and at the end we see a cataclysmic checkmate. Andrew Tate opens up with the move d4. I just want to say, in the previous intro I just did, the word prodigious was used and the word cataclysmic. So if I stop uploading for a while, just know I was offered a full scholarship at Oxford or Cambridge, and after this move d4 we see the move e5. This is known as the England Gambit, named after the great miserable country England. After this move e5, Tate decides to take this pawn, and the England Gambit is a very popular chess opening, so let's see how it's going to unfold. We see knight c6 and the move knight f3, Tate just defending his pawn, and what black typically does here is he goes queen e7. Instead today we see the move d6, and after e d6 and bishop d6, Tate's opponent is down one pawn. In compensation for this pawn, he's got some open files, and he's also got his bishop and knight developed into the game. Here Tate continues with the move e3, getting ready to fianchetto his bishop, and black does have a good move here. The move queen f6, immediately applying pressure along this diagonal would have been a strong idea for him. Instead of playing queen f6, he plays the move knight f6, getting his knight into the game. Bishop b2 was played, you may as well, as you vacated the b2 square for your bishop, and here Tate's opponent plays the move bishop f5. We see the move e3 and castles kingside, as king safety is the number one principle in chess. If you lose your king, you simply lose the game. I'm sure none of you knew that before, so I thought I'd let you know. After this move castles, Tate continues with the move bishop d3, getting that bishop into the game. Typically when you're playing chess and you're up material, you want to try trade down, so your material advantage is felt greater towards the end game. So this is what Tate is doing here, and black will want to try avoid exchanges and plays the move bishop g4. So now pinning this knight, so this knight can't move, and Tate questions this bishop. He's gone, you know what, you're on my land here, I want to kick you away. The move h3. This bishop has to move. It can either exchange or it can move back. Bishop h5 was played. Now, you would probably expect a move like castles, getting the king to safety, or maybe a move with the knight. However, we see the first interesting move. We see the move g4, and g4 is one of the top moves suggested by the engine, and is one of the top moves according to myself. So you got two very credible sources there. This bishop retreats back to g6 and knight c3, getting that knight right into the game. Here a6 is played. I'm suspecting Tate's opponent did not want him to infiltrate the b5 square with his knight. I don't think it was too much of a problem anyway, but now we see g5. So this knight is being attacked, and this game is truly action-packed. Andrew Tate's play in this game has strong reminiscence of his father's play, Emery Tate, and g5, this knight has to move. Knight d7 is played, and Tate continues the pawn storm with the move h4. Bang! And Andrew is really coming for his opponent here. You know, the pawns flying up the board. So Andrew's opponent goes knight b4, really trying to force some exchanges here, trying to exchange off white's deadly bishop. He doesn't really want to exchange pieces in an ideal world, but this attack is causing him to. And do you think this bishop moves? No. Here we see h4, another strong move. Knight d3, Andrew takes back with the pawn here with cd3, and this bishop is being attacked. Bishop f5 was seen, but now the move e4. Tate just really blasting his pawns up the board. This bishop probably doesn't want to retreat to the e6 square, so bishop g4, getting it onto a more active square where it also pins this knight. Rook h4 was now played, attacking this bishop, but now this knight slides into the center of the board and goes to the e5 square. And now Tate is in a bit of trouble here. He cannot allow his opponent to simply take here, so here he is pretty much forced to give up the exchange. Like I said, there is a threat here of the move knight f3 because you cannot retake back with the queen. Rook g4 is pretty much forced. Tate's opponent recaptures this rook with rook g4, but now queen e2, bishop f4, but knight d5. These knights really causing Tate's opponent some pain, attacking this bishop. This bishop moves again to the d6 square, so it's kind of gone back and forth. On the 21st move, he castles his king, castles queenside, and c6, kicking this knight away. This knight has to move. It goes to the f6 square. Deadly stuff. So Tate just straight on sacrifices a knight. This knight was happily taken, but now we don't even see a takes back. We see an even more Emery Tate-esque move. Rook g1 was played. Tate is attacking this knight. The move queen d7 is the best move here, and black has a strong position, but black plays the move 95, because after gf6, what was played in the game, and king h8, this knight is just a free knight. However, this knight was not even taken in the game. Tate had a free knight here to win, but he didn't do it. Instead, he plays the move knight d4, so he's got bigger things in stall, and queen f6 taking this pawn. Knight f5 was now played, rook g8 offering a rook trade. You do not want to exchange rooks, as this rook is one of your strongest attackers, so rook f1. But now Tate's opponent makes the crucial mistake of going queen g5, because this pawn can slide up, and it does, blocking this queen, and queen g2. Here, Tate can play a move like rook f2 and keep queens on the board, or he can exchange them down, and he does. Queen g2, rook g2, and now not the move knight d6, which would have been an absolute KO because you also pick up this knight as it is pinned to the king's defense on this diagonal, but instead Tate plays the move fe5, bishop b4, but a3, bishop d2, king b1, and after the move king g8. And now Tate only has one strong move here which wins him the position. I'll let you try pause the video and try find it. So if you did try pause the video, the move that Tate found, an absolutely amazing move by the way, is the move e6, fe6, but now the absolutely deadly move knight e7, and this is checkmate as this king has nowhere to go. It can't go to the h8 square as this bishop cuts along here, and it can't go to the f file as the rook slices along as well. If you enjoyed this video, I think you might enjoy this video. Thank you for your time and attention. Have a good day.